sprint lanes again. All forward starts this morning, so it will be lanes 1, 2, 3, 7 and 8. Continuous swimming in 4, 5 and 6 to start off with. So the pool will need to be cleared, ready for an 8:35 sprint race. Okay, if the lane is clear, you can start sprint lanes. The lanes 1, 2, 3, 7 and 8 do need to clear the pool so that they can begin. Okay, the lane seems to be clear, so you can do your sprint lanes. A reminder for those swimmers in the 200-metre individual medley. Women, please make your way to the marshalling area via the changing rooms. Okay, 2 minutes remaining. There's quite a tight turnaround between the end of warm-up and the start of racing. So if you're in heat 1, 2 or 3 of the 200 IM, please, you should be in marshalling now. 1 minute of warm-up remaining. Okay, warm-up is now complete. Those people that are on the block can take a dive, but that's it, no more. Warm-up is now concluded.
Well, a very good morning then, everybody, and a very warm welcome back to those who are with us at the UEA Sports Park here in Norwich. Yesterday, an exciting day of 1,500 metre freeze, and an exciting day in particular of personal bests that we saw. At least 7, maybe even 8 PBs that was hit yesterday in the pool. We are now ready to go with another day of action. 3 sets of heats. If you're watching us on the live stream, we're with you all the way through until around about 5:30 this evening. Don't forget that you'll be able to watch all 4 sessions on our YouTube channel. This is what we got for you today. We do have the women's and men's 200 metres individual medley, women's and men's 50 metre breaststroke, the women's and men's 100 metre butterfly, the women's and men's 50 metre backstroke, and then the women's and men's 200 metre freestyle. And then we'll of course we'll have the finals from 4 o'clock all the way through until 5:30 this evening here at the UEA Sports Park. This is the 2023 Swim England East Long Course Championships. This is the back end of weekend 1. We do have 2 more weekends, 29th of April to the 1st of May, back here next weekend at the UEA Sports Park, and then weekend 3, which is the 12th and 14th of May at Inspire Luton. So then, first of all, before we get underway this morning, I just want to say to everybody here in the UEA Sports Park in Norwich, can we please have a massive round of applause for all of our volunteer officials this morning? They have been giving up their time to be able to do this. Thank you very, very much indeed. We cannot do it without you. And finally, then this morning, we're going to introduce our officials for this session here. First of all, our technical director from Basildon and Phoenix Swimming Club, Jane Howe. And let's welcome then our 2 referees. First, from Biggleswade Swimming Club, David Metcalf. And from Bottisham Swimming Club, Paula Durrant. And finally, your starter this morning from City of Ely Swimming Club, Max Paines. So then we're nearly all set to go then for the first of our heats this morning. This is the girls, 11 to 14 years, 200 metres individual medley. Underway then in the first of our 200-metre individual medley heats. Let's go through our starters in this first race. Lane 2 from Stowmarket is Amelia Armstrong. Lane 3 from Dunmo Atlantis is Chloe Cranney. Lane 4, Sophia Stosish from Norwich Swans. Lane 5, Amelia Arnhem from Team Ipswich. Lane 6, you see Wood from for Swimming Club for Lily Marie Hood, and then Madison Hicks from Wishbeck Swimming Club goes in lane 7. So this is the butterfly leg, of course, if you are new to swimming. And we start off with the butterfly, and that is where we see in lane 3, it looks like potentially towards the touch. Lily Marie Hood up there in lane 6 is leading. Sophia Sosish is second. Chloe Cranney in third. Amelia Garnham in fourth. Madison Hicks and then Amelia Armstrong make up the rest of the pack. We're on to the backstroke. We'll start off with the backstroke off this next straight, and then we'll go into the breaststroke, and then we go into the freestyle if you are new to swimming. But this is a good turn there from Sophia Stosish. She is getting closer there to Lily Marie Hood in lane 6. Very, very tight between the top two as we come towards the end of the backstroke leg of this 200-metre individual medley, Heat 1. Sophia Stosish looks like she's pulled out a bit more of a lead on Lily Marie Hood. Also there in lane 3 going quite well is Chloe Cranney. Lily Marie Hood is still there as well, as is lane 7 as well. Madison Hicks getting back into the action. But it is Sophia Stosish who gets the turn first. Then second it's Madison Hicks. As we said, she's been down a fantastic leg down that backstroke, and now she's into the breaststroke as well. Lily Marie Hood in third. Chloe Cranney fourth. Amelia Armstrong fifth. Amelia Garnham in 6th place. Sophia Stosish took the lead back on the backstroke leg of this IM, and now she's looking to try to keep that lead in the breaststroke leg. So coming up then, halfway through this breaststroke leg, and it is still Sophia Stosish who does lead early on in this race, but of course there's still plenty of time for that to change. We saw plenty of lead changes during that 1500-metre freestyle yesterday if you were watching us with us here either at the sports park or on the live stream. Looks like they're in lane 5 coming quite strong. There is Amelia Garnham actually on this breaststroke leg. She might be to take second place. Also going up well there in lane 2 is Amelia Armstrong from Stowmarket. She's also doing quite well on this breaststroke leg. But it is Sophia Stosish who goes into the turn first. Madison Hicks is second. Then Amelia Armstrong and Amelia Garnham, both very close to each other in second, third and fourth. Chloe Cranney in 5th, Lily Marie Hood in 6th place. But Sophia Stosish coming down then on this final leg of this opening heat of the individual medley for the women. It's Sophia Stosish who leads as we get into the final 25 metres. Coming strong though in lane 7 down the bottom here is Madison Hicks. Will she be able to take this leg and will be able to win this heat? Going really strongly here. Catches to Sophia Stosish. It's a very close battle as we head into the closing stages, but it looks like it's going to be Madison Hicks in lane 7 turning this round. Quick water, it must be on the outside, and Madison Hicks gets there first. Then Sophia Stosish in second. Amelia Garnham in third, all inside the 3-minute mark. Then it got Amelia Armstrong, Chloe Cranney, and finishing off there is Lily Marie Hood. There's the official results then for Heat 1. It's now time for Heat 2. Underway then in our second heat. Freya Cox goes in lane 1 from Norwich Swans. Daisy May Dole from Basildon Phoenix goes in lane 2. Jenna Lee from Harlow goes in lane 3. Ayla Zofagari from Epping Forest goes in lane 4. Mia Nelson from Cheshunt goes in 5. Lane 6 will be seeing Layla Jennings from Halstead. Neve Ives from Hatfield goes in lane 7, and Tia Samet goes in 8 from Modernan Swimming Club. And lane 4 is where we see the action right now. Ayla Zofagari, who did fantastically well in that 1500-metre freestyle yesterday. She got second place. She got the silver medal. She's looking to try and see if she can get the gold in that one later on tonight. Alias Ofagari is the leader. Layla Jennings in second. Tia Samet in third. Jenna Lee goes in fourth at this moment in time as we come on towards the backstroke leg. And if anything, Alias Ofagari's lead is getting cut into there at the moment by lane 6. That is Layla Jennings, who of course was just behind her after the butterfly leg. But on this backstroke leg at this moment in time, Layla Jennings is getting a little bit closer. Also coming strongly down on the far side here on lane 8 is Tia Samet as well. She's going quite well on the backstroke leg, as is in lane 5, Mia Nelson as well, not too far away. This could be quite a battle as we head onto the breaststroke leg, but it is still going to be Alias Alfagari who does take the lead. Layla Jennings in second place. In third place right now, and on the touch there is Mia Nelson. Tia Samet as well had a very good swim down there in lane 8. Neve Ives as well in lane 5. In lane 7 is in 5th. Jenna Lee in 6th. Freya Cox is in 7th at this moment in time. So then onto the breaststroke leg, and again Layla Jennings is going quite strong there in lane number 6, but still leading the way at this moment in time is Isla Zolfagari from Epping Forest. It's getting quite close though, and look who's coming there as well in lane 5. Mia Nelson, she actually timed this one brilliantly on the backstroke leg, also going well down there. Lane 7 again as well, Neve Ives. You've seen there throughout the rest of the weekend that we've seen quick water, in particular down on those outside lanes. Also going well up there in lane 1 on this lane is Freya Cox, who's coming strongly on that backstroke, on this breaststroke leg of this IM heat, but still into the lead and into the touch. It's going to be very, very close. It's Mia Nelson who gets the touch first ahead of Ayla Zolfagari. Layla Jennings is right there as well in 3rd. Neve Ives and Freya Cox not too far away as we come down the freestyle leg, but Ayla Zolfagari may have just taken it well, and now coming strong, you can see on lane 6 as well. Layla Jennings is going pretty well. She's passing the leader at the breaststroke leg, which is Mia Nelson. It's going to be very, very close again to see who can get this heat there. It looks like it's going to be Ayla Zolfagari though. She's getting a bit of water. She's about a full body length clear now of the rest of the field. But it is Ayla Zolfagari. Layla Jennings coming strong again in 6th, but I don't think she's going to get there. It's going to be Ayla Zolfagari who does get there first. A really good swim from Layla Jennings as well in 2nd. 3rd place is Mia Nelson. And a really good swim up there in lane 1 from Freya Cox in 4th. Neve Ives goes in 5th. 6th place we'll see Tia Samet. 7th goes to Jenna Lee. And then coming in to close out this heat will be Daisy May Dole from Basildon Phoenix. Official result then declared for Heat 2, and that's Ayla Zolfagari who wins. On to Heat 3. On to Heat 3 then of these IM individual medleys, and it's Belle Ringwood who goes in lane 1 this time from West Norfolk. City of Norwich's Evie Grainhalf goes in lane 2. Abby Davis from Moderna Swimming Club goes in 3. Amira Kelfer goes in lane 4 from Basildon Phoenix. Lane 5 will see Cornelia Jagodinska from Runnymede go in 5. Jeseline Sandu goes in lane 6 for Epping Forest. Katie May Abrams goes in lane 7. And then Nicole Cashin goes in lane 8 from Potteridge and Team Luton respectively. So it's Evie Greenhalf at the first stage who does get the lead. Katie Abrams is in 2nd, Belle Ringwood in 3rd, Abigail Davis in 4th, Jeseline Sandu in 5th, Cornelia Jagodinska in 6th, Amira Kelfer in 7th, and then Nicole Cashin in 8th. It is still, at this moment in time, Evie Greenhalf who does lead the way as we come down towards the halfway stage of this first backstroke leg and this second leg of the individual medley. So then also going well down there in lane 7, who was 2nd place at the moment in time, is Katie May Abrams on this backstroke leg. Abby Davis not too far away as well in 3rd, going really well again up in lane 1. As you said before, quick water on the outside seems to be the case, and that's Belle Ringwood who's going quite well up there in lane 1. Will she be able to get the touch first? No, that's still going to be Belle Ringwood, in fact, does get the touch first. Then Evie Greenhalf is in 2nd, Katie May Abrams in 3rd, Abby Davis in 4th, all separated by less than a second. Jeseline Sandu in 5th, Cornelia Jagodinska in 6th, Amira Kelfer in 7th, and Nicole Cashin in 8th place. All very, very tightly bunched at this moment in time, but on the backstroke leg. But now we move on to the breaststroke leg. And again, going strong quite well up there in lane 1, who's just getting a little bit closer, and that's Belle Ringwood from West Norfolk. Evie Greenhalf, though, still just maybe in front. Abby Davis as well, getting right close onto their tails. Also going quite well there at this moment in time in lane 3. Very, very tight between the top 3, who are going to be probably decided by those outside lanes at this moment in time. But coming strong again, though, on the breaststroke leg, you can see Amira Kelfer from Basildon Phoenix, who's getting very, very close as well. This is going to be an interesting finish to this 200-metre IM. And it's going to be Belle Ringwood who does get the touch first. Amira Kelfer goes into 2nd. Abby Davis in 3rd. Evie Greenhalf in 4th. Jeseline Sandu in 5th. Cornelia Jagodinska in 6th. Katie May Abrams in 7th. Nicole Cashin in 8th. As we come on towards the freestyle leg of this 200-metre individual medley heat. And it's Abby Davis. It's Belle Ringwood. It's also Amira Kelfer. This where it looks like the winner for this heat is going to be decided. Belle Ringwood's still going quite well up there in lane 1. But Abby Davis is not trying to let it go easily. Also going quite strongly there is Amira Kelfer in 4. Belle Ringwood, though, looks like she's going to win this heat, though. She's been a fantastic swim from her up there in lane 1, and it looks like she's going to take the touch. Don't think anybody else is going to catch her. She does take the touch. Belle Ringwood gets the win. Second place goes to Abby Davis. Third place goes to Mira Kelfer. Fourth to Katie May Abrams in that heat. Fifth place, Evie Greenhalgh. Sixth place, Kolina Jagodinska. Seventh, Jazeline Sandhu. And Nicole Cashin in 8th. Official result then declared for Heat 3. We now move on to Heat 4. On to Heat 4 then, we go of 9 in this 200-metre individual medley. On to Heat 4 then, Olivia Jasper goes in 1 for Chelmsford. City of Ely's Georgie Atkinson goes in 2. Molly Greatbatch goes for Bishop Stortford in 3. Elizabeth Feld goes for Chelmsford in 4. Ava Sims then goes in 5, also for Chelmsford. City of Peterborough's Isa Stewart goes in 6. Jessica Pugh goes in 7 for Norwich Swans. And Neve Bunker completes the lineup for Flitwick in 8. Looks like lane 7 gets the early start here at this moment in time. It looks like Jessica Pugh might get the touch first. No, in fact, it's Georgia Atkinson who does do it up there in 2. Neve Bunker goes into 2nd place. Asa Stewart in 3. Olivia Jasper in 4. Ava Sims in 5. Jessica Pugh in 6. Molly Greatbatch in 7th. Elizabeth Feld in 8th. But still plenty of time for it to change. We've already seen lots of lead changes at this moment in time. Georgia Atkinson from City of Ely going quite strongly then on that butterfly leg of the IM, and now onto the backstroke leg, but coming strongly at the moment down there in lane 8. Again, we've seen the outside lanes doing a fantastic job at the moment. Neve Bunker going quite well again down here in lane 8, nearest to us. If you're watching us on the live stream, it's the nearest lane, lane 8 up to 1. It's the same if you're watching in the arena here at the UEA Sports Park. So again, Georgia Atkinson does take the lead, but Ava Sims is in 2nd now. Good length from her on the backstroke. Lee Bunker goes into 3rd, Jessica Pugh in 4th, Isa Stewart in 5th, Olivia Jasper 6th, Molly Greatbatch in 7th, and Elizabeth Feld in 8th. So, on to the breaststroke leg. Now getting close towards the halfway stage of this breaststroke leg, and it is still Georgia Atkinson that does lead the way, and in fact actually she's pulling a bit clearer now of the rest of the field at this moment in time. Also going quite strongly there on the breaststroke leg. Look at lane 1, keep an eye on lane 1. Olivia Jasper from Chelmsford doing that at this moment in time. Going quite well as well in lane 6 is Isa Stewart as well on that on this breaststroke leg, but it is still going to be Georgia Atkinson who's put a bit of clear water between herself and the rest of the field. The rest of them look like they might be fighting out for the minor placings in this heat. Georgia Atkinson goes into the turn, well clear in fact, over about 4 seconds clear of Isa Stewart, who now moves into 2nd place. Olivia Jasper goes into 3rd. At this moment in time, 4th place is Molly Greatbatch there as well, having a good breaststroke leg. But now coming back down on for the freestyle leg, and I don't think anybody's going to be able to catch Georgia Atkinson at this stage with 25 metres to go. Although coming strongly there is Isa Stewart down there in lane 6. Let's see if she can get a bit closer. She is gaining, but I don't think she's going to be able to do enough in this leg and in this heat at this moment in time. So Georgia Atkinson has had the lead pretty much from start to finish, and it looks like she's going to take the lead, and looks like she's going to have that lead, and she comes in to take the touch in 2 minutes of 47.72. Very, very close to 2nd, but I think it's going to go to Isa Stewart, and it does down there in lane 6. 3rd place, very, very tight as well. Olivia Jasper getting 3rd. Molly Greatbatch gets 4th. And 5th place is Jessica Pugh. 6th place, Ava Sims. 7th, Elizabeth Feld. And Neve Bunker in 8th. Official result declared for Heat 4. It's now time for Heat 5. 4 heats down, 5 to go then in this 200-meter individual medley. Don't forget that this is 11 to 14 years on this list. And at lane 5 at the moment, it is Lexi Sanford in heat 5, goes in lane 1 for Team Luton. Ruby May Chiburo goes in lane 2 for Watford Swimming Club. Freda Gieslins goes in lane 3. Lane 4 is Isabella Mahoney. And lane 5 will be Martha Bentley. Both of those last two from City of Peterborough. Epping Forest for Martha Bentley in lane 5. Lane 6 is Grace Mutton from Team Ipswich. Lane 7 is Lily May Ware from Basildon Phoenix. And lane 8 is Nicole Pendleton from 8. So yeah, and here we go on to the backstroke leg, and it is halfway through this backstroke leg at this moment in time, and it's very, very good from lane 4 at this moment in time. It's Isabella Mahoney who's going quite well, but also going quite well down here in lane 8. So again, the outside lanes, we've been saying it all day, some quick water going on in the outside lanes, and it is still the case. But lanes 1 and 2 going quite strongly as well. Lexi Sandiford, who was leader at the first turn, and then Ruby May Chiaburo as well in not too far away in third. But at the moment, it's Isabella Mahoney that does get the job done and gets into the backstroke leg in the lead. Lexi Sandiford comes in second, Ruby May Chiaburo in third, Lily May Ware in fourth, Nicole Pendleton in fifth. Freda Gieslins in sixth, Martha Bentley is there in seventh place at this moment in time. So, okay, we do have some disqualification reports. Disqualification for a technical infraction in event number 211, heat number 3, and lane number 1. And once again, in event number 211, heat number 3, lane number 4. So then as we get on towards the breaststroke leg at this moment in time, it's Ruby May Chiaburo who does come in second. Lexi Sandiford in second place. Freda Gieslins now up there in third place. So that's where we are at this moment in time as we come down towards the final stages in this freestyle leg, and it is going to be lane 2 is where we're looking. Ruby May Chiaburo has decided to take this one away from everybody else in the rest of the field. Ruby May Chiaburo looks like she's going to be able to win this one, but coming quite strongly down there in lane 6 at this moment in time is Grace Mutton. She might be able to get second place from in lane 3, Freda Gieslins, but it's all about Ruby May Chiaburo. Ruby May Chiaburo comes in to take the touch, and she does do in 2 minutes and 45 seconds, a very, very fast time, and it is second place for Grace Mutton in lane 6. Freda Gieslins comes home in third. Fourth place is Lexi Sandiford, Isabella Mahoney in fifth, Nicole Pendleton in sixth, Lee May Ware in seventh, and Martha Bentley in eighth. On to heat number 6 then, and this is how our lineup looks. Lily Steele comes in lane 1, Orafin van der Meer goes in lane 2, both from Team Ipswich and City of Cambridge respectively. Megan Howarth Owen goes in lane 3, Emma Cusham goes in lane 4 for City of Peterborough. Chloe Knight goes in lane 5 from Hadley. Amelia Lewis goes in lane 6 for Team Ipswich. Tyra Sujardine goes in for City of Cambridge in lane 7, and Eloise Collins goes in lane 8 for West Norfolk. So coming up then for the first touch, and that's Lily Steele up there in lane 1, who is the leader. Emma Cushion in lane 4 in second, Amelia Lewis in third in lane 6. Eloise Collins in 8, Orifin van der Meer goes in 5th place at this moment in time. But it looks like on this backstroke leg, it might be there, lane 4, as you were saying, Emma Cushion, who's starting to maybe make her move on the rest of the field. Although lane 1 up again at the top there, Lily Steele does not want to give this up lightly at this moment in time. And in fact, actually, she's maybe putting a little bit more of a distance between herself and the rest of the field as she comes towards the closing stages of this backstroke leg. Coming up towards the flags now and onto the 5-metre mark, and it is still going to be Lily Steele in the lead. Lanes 4 and 5 going together, and then who's going to get the touch first? It's going to be actually Chloe Knight that does do before Emma Cushion does, and then Megan Howarth Owen goes in 4th place. Orifin van der Meer goes in 5th. Amelia Lewis in 6th. Eloise Collins in 7th, and in 8th place at this moment it's Tyra Sajudine. So then, this is where the strike comes into it on this breaststroke leg of the IM, and again still Lily Steele is the girl at the front of the race, but coming quite strongly there in lane 2 is Orifin van der Meer from City of Cambridge at this moment in time. And in fact, I think she might pass Lily Steele there on the outside, but it is pretty close as we head down towards the closing stages of this breaststroke leg at this moment in time. So, who's going to take the touch? And it is going to be Orifin van der Meer that does do into lane 2. Lane 1, it's going to be Lily Steele. Then Emma Cushing in 3rd place. Tyra Sajadine goes in 4th. Amelia Lewis in 5th. Megan Howarth-Owen in 6th. Eloise Collins in 7th. And Chloe Knight in 8th as we come on towards the freestyle leg of this race. And again, it's Orifin van der Meer from City of Cambridge that is starting to try to pull away, but not letting her do so. Right now, in lane 4 is Emma Cushing from City of Peterborough. It's going to be pretty close between those pair. And Lily Steele as well is going to try to get back into the lead of this race. As we come into the final closing stages of Heat 6 of the 200 IM, looks like it's going to be Lily Steele who's been leading most of the race, and it looks like she's going to take the touch in this race, and she does. 2:42.43 for her. Emma Cushing, then Amelia Lewis coming strongly there in lane 6 to finish 3rd. Orifin van der Meer goes in 4th. 5th is Tyra Sajadine. Eloise Collins in 6th. Megan Howarth-Owen in 7th, and Chloe Knight in 8th. That is going to be the official result. There we go for heat number 6. Let's move on to heat number 7. So heat number 7 then underway. Hannah Beverstock goes in lane 1 for Hatfield. Lois Smith goes in lane 2 for Basildon Phoenix. Summer Buckland goes in lane 3 for Harlow. St. Felix School's Grace Robinson goes in lane 4. Lane 5 is Jasmine Carter from Basildon Phoenix. Lane 6 is Summer Everson for Watford Swimming Club. And then you've got Valentina Davis-Hayward in lane 7 for City of Norwich. And then lane 8, it's Molly Burrows for City of Peterborough. So then at the moment in time, it is Grace Robinson who is leading in lane 4 from the butterfly leg, and now trying to put some more gap between herself and the rest of the field on the backstroke leg. Very close at the moment in time for second, but it looks like it's going to be lane 2 at this moment in time, and that's Lois Smith who is there, but also coming strongly down the backstroke leg. Down here in lane 8 is Molly Burrows, but it is lane 4, and that is Emma Cushing that is leading the way at this moment in time. Emma Cushing comes in second, comes in to take touch first. Lane 2 then, it is Lois Smith that does do. Then Molly Burrows in 3rd. Lane 4 is the leader, but in 4th place is Hannah Beverstock. Then it's Jasmine Carter, Summer Everson, Summer Buckland, and Valentina Davis-Hayward rounds off the places at the moment. But lane 1 currently in 1st place. It is in lane 4, and that is Grace Robinson, who is leading the way as we get towards the middle stages of this breaststroke leg. So then once again, it is a great opportunity here for Grace Robinson to get herself into another final. Did quite well yesterday in the 1500 free, and she's looking to try and add that on. So it is Grace Robinson who does get the touch on first at this stage. Grace Robinson is in 1st place, and she's got clear daylight between herself and the rest of the field. Lois Smith still in 2nd, Jasmine Carter in 3rd place. But it is, as we come on to the freestyle leg, Grace Robinson, who has been pretty much at the head of the field for this heat so far, and she's going to do so again. 25 metres to go, and looking in pole position. I don't think anyone else is going to touch her for 1st place. It's going to be quite close for 2nd, and we'll come on to that in a minute. But it's all about Grace Robinson. Can she get inside 2 minutes 30? It would be an absolutely outstanding time potentially at this moment in time. Grace Robinson gets the touch. It's just outside 2:30, but she will win this heat. 2nd place is going to go to Lois Smith in lane 2. Lane 5 as well, coming on quite strongly there at the end, is Jasmine Carter, who does get 3rd place ahead of 4th place, which is Summer Everson. Lane 5, 5th place is Molly Burrows in lane 8. We've got Summer Buckland in 6th, Hannah Beverstock in 7th, and then Valentina Davis-Hayward in 8th. Final 2 heats then of the 200 metre IM. And this is how the lineup looks. Sophie Selmatch goes in lane 1 of this one for Stevenage Swimming Club. Teammate switches. Erin Utteridge goes in lane 2. Lane 3 is Annabelle Kett of City of Peterborough. Lane 4 is Chloe Barnard of Basildon Phoenix. Jasmine Hall goes in lane 5 for Basildon Phoenix. She did an excellent job yesterday on the 1500 metre freestyle, so we need to watch out for her. Yanting Emily Pack goes for City of Cambridge in lane 6. Monique Daggerdon goes in lane 7 for Potteridge, and then Isabella Savage goes in lane 8 for Potter's Bar. Chloe Barnard has the lead at the end of the backstroke of the butterfly leg, and now onto the backstroke leg. Jasmine Hall is in second place at this moment in time. Who's going to come on strongly though? And it is the two middle lanes who are doing quite well at this moment in time. Chloe Barnard and Basildon Phoenix, and Jasmine Hall of Basildon Phoenix. The two Basildon Phoenix girls at the moment out in front on this backstroke leg as we come down towards the end of it. It's going to be Chloe Barnard, who does take the touch first, ahead of Jasmine Hall in second place. It's going to be quite tight for thirdly here at this moment in time. We'll see who's going to be third. It's going to be Erin Utteridge and Isabella Savage, who are going to be pretty much not locked together. Annabelle Kett is in 5th place. Sophie Selmack is in 6th place. Yanting Emily Pack in 7th at this moment in time. But it is still going to be Chloe Barnard, who does take the lead going on to this final stages of this breaststroke leg of the 200 metre IM. At this moment in time, Jasmine Hall, though, still in second place. We're coming strongly there on the outside at the moment in lane 2. That's Erin Utteridge, who's having a very good breaststroke leg at this moment in time. So it's going to be Chloe Barnard that does take the touch first. She's going to take it quite a way in front, actually, about a 5 metre lead from the rest of the field. Chloe Barnard will take the lead on the 150 metre stage. Then there's Jasmine Hall in second place. It's going to be quite close, actually, for third. And again, Erin Utteridge and Yanting Emily Pack, who's come strike well on the back leg of that breaststroke leg. And Annabelle Kett is in 5th, and Sophie Selmack is in 6th. Now, though, this is where Jasmine Hall can really go quite strongly. She saw her yesterday on the 1500 free. I don't think she's going to catch up, though, to Chloe Barnard, who's had the lead throughout the majority of this race. And Chloe Barnard is going to come through to take the touch. Let's watch the clock and let's see what happens at this moment in time. 2 minutes and 29 seconds for Chloe Barnard. Jasmine Hall is going to come in to take second place. And there it is. Third place is going to go up there in lane 2 to Erin Utteridge. It's going to be quite close maybe for 4th and 5th. But it is going to be Yanting Emily Pack who gets there ahead of Annabelle Kett. Sophie Stelmack comes home in 6th, quite close towards the end here, but it is Isabella Savage who comes in 7th, and Malik Daggerdon goes in 8th. Official results then declared for Heat 8. Time for the final heat, Heat 9. On to the final heat then of the 200 metre individual medley. That's Yasmin Lorenshaw goes for Flitwick in lane 1. Amelia Fenner, who yesterday got silver in the 1500 metre freestyle for Basildon Phoenix, goes in lane 2. Gabriella Troman goes in lane 3 for Team Ipswich. Also for Team Ipswich, Clementine Lavelle, who is the fastest qualifier for this race. Alexandra Nunny goes in 5 for Hatfield. Biggleswade Swimming Club's Amy Mayer goes in lane 6. Charlize Harding in 7 for Norwich Swans, and then lane 8, it's Ella Deaton of Newmarket. But so Clementine Lavelle, who is the leader at the moment, Amy Mayer in 2nd, Alexandra Nunny in 3rd, Amelia Fenner is in 4th, Yasmin Lorenshaw in 5th at this very early stages, but going quite well in the middle lanes as we expected. Clementine Lavelle, she is the fastest qualifier for this race, and she's doing quite well, but currently going strongly quite well in lanes 5 and 6 on this backstroke leg. And that is Alexandra Nunny and Amy Mayer as well. So we'll keep an eye on that. But Clementine Lavelle just about has the lead at the moment in time as we head towards the final stages of the backstroke leg. So it's Clementine Lavelle who does take the touch. Amy Meyer goes into 2nd place. Alexandra Nunny goes into 3rd. Yasmin Lorenshaw in 4th. Amelia Fenner in 5th. Gabriella Troman in 6th. Ella Deaton in 7th. Charlize Harding in 8th place. But this is where it looks like Clementine Lavelle is going to try and open up the gap onto the rest of the field. And it looks like she's powering away. She's now full body length clear of in 2nd place Alexandra Nunny as we move across into the final stages then of this breaststroke leg. We're halfway through, and again, Clementine Lavelle, who was pretty close at one stage, isn't anymore. She's now powering away from the rest of the field at this moment in time. Alexandra Nerney's trying to go with her, but it looks like it's going to be in vain at this moment in time, but plenty of time to change. We've seen that already on this individual medley heats so far this morning. Clementine Lavelle has got about a 3-second lead over Alexandra Nerney in second place. It's going to be quite close for third, but third's still going to be, I think, in lane 6 there. That's going to be Amy Mayer. But it is all about Clementine Lavelle. She's the fastest qualifier and looks like it for a reason at this moment in time as she gets towards the final 25 metres of this freestyle, and it looks like she's just about to get the job done and get the win. Alexandra Nerney, though, is coming back at her, but I don't think it's going to be enough quite quickly as we're heading towards the final closing stages, final 10 metres. Now onto the final 5. Clementine Lavelle has been pretty much in control of this race, and she does get the job done inside 2 minutes 30.18. Alexandra Nerney comes home in second. Going to be quite close for third, and it looks like Amelia Fenner, who got 1500 metre freestyle silver yesterday, does get third place in this heat. Gabriella Troman goes into fourth, Amy Mayer in fifth, Esmeralda Renshaw in sixth, Charlize Harding in seventh, and Ella Deaton in eighth. Official results then declared for Heat 9, and that concludes the girls 11 to 14 years 200 metre individual medley heats. We now move on to the boys 11 to 14 years 200 metre individual medley heats, and this is Heat 1. Well, we do have a moment and we go into Heat 1 of this. I just want to remind everybody, both on the live stream and here at the UEA Sports Park in Norwich, that we're looking for officials for our Open Water Championships in the Swim England East region. And it'd be great if you could join us for that. It's a nationally qualified award. We've got online sessions that will help you get to that level. And you can do that either next weekend on the 29th of April if you're not here, or if you are here, then you can join us on the 7th of May or the 3rd of June. All those official training courses are nationally qualified, and they're all available online to you. You can do so right now and get yourself a spot booked by visiting the Swim England East website. So it'd be great if you could get involved into that. Let's then look at this 200 metre individual medley. And in Heat 1, Harry Rowson goes for Putteridge in lane 1. Lane 2, Marley Carr from Harwich goes into 2. Ethan Woolsey goes for St. Neots Swans in 3. Jacob Schultz for City of Ely goes in 4. Zach Walker in 5 for Thurrock. Lane 6 is Alfie Larnham for City of Peterborough. Lane 7 is San Choi for City of Cambridge. And Jacob Cincio goes into Chelmsford in lane 8. So then, early stages of this race, and now in towards the halfway stage, in fact, actually, as we come down towards the end of this backstroke leg. And it is lane 2 at the moment, Marley Carr for Harwich, who is in the lead. Going to be quite close for second and maybe even for third, but Harry Rowson does take second place. In San Choi goes into third. Jacob Schultz in fourth, Jakob Cincio in 5. 6 for Zach Walker, Alfie Larnham in 7. And then rounding out the 8th at the moment is Ethan Woolsey. So, onto the breaststroke leg we go. And up there again, in lane 1, it is Marley Carr with the advantage. Again, we've been seeing all morning, actually, in particular, that side, the far side, as you look here at the live stream or on the sports park, if you're in the crowd this morning, and it has been quite quick water out there on the outside lane, in particular, up the top. So we will see what happens here. But coming quite strongly there at the moment in lane 1 at the moment is Harry Rowson, who's having a very good swim up there in lane 1. Also coming quite strongly in lane 7 is San Choi, who was third at the last changeover. So then, we're going towards the final 5 metres of this race. And it is the breaststroke leg of this race, I should say. And now, here we go. Let's see who gets the touch here. That gap has significantly decreased. It's Harry Rowson and Marley Carr in first and second at this moment in time. Then it's Jacob Schultz in third, San Choi in fourth, Alfie Larnham in fifth, Zach Walker in sixth, Ethan Woolsey in 7, Jakob Cincio in 8. Coming quite strongly then on this freestyle leg, and it is the top 2 lanes that are trying to go, but also going strong. In lane 4 is Jacob Schultz, who has started to come strong. Also coming strong there on the outside is San Choi. So there's really about 5 chances here to win this opening heat. Looks like it could be Harry Rowson, who does do that though. Harry Rowson is just starting to pull clear the rest of the field, but also San Choi going strongly down here in lane 1. Is it going to be, who's going to get the touch? It's going to be pretty close. There's no doubt about that. It is Harry Rowson who does get the touch just ahead of San Choi. Third place is going to go to Marley Carr. Jacob Schultz goes into 4th, Alfie Larnham in 5th, Ethan Woolsey in 6th, Jakob Cincio in 7th, and Zach Walker completes the lineup in 8th. So then there's the official results declared for Heat 1. It's now time for Heat 2. Once again, 9 heats then underway coming up in this race. And this is where we go. We've got James Peters in lane 1 for Basildon Phoenix. Lane 2, we've got Nicholas Mitroy from Thurrock. Lane 3, Thomas Fenwick from Verulam. Number 4, Constantine Califas goes in lane 4 for Watford. Jake Battle for Stonemarket in 5. Lane 6, Zachary Piscopo for the City of Peterborough. Lane 7, it's James Took from Team Ipswich. And lane 8, it's Newmarket for Jacob Wild. So we do have finalists at this moment in time then. These are the finalists for the 11th, for the individual medley that we've just seen this morning. So these are the finalists in numbered order. Elias Alfagari, first of all in the 11-12 age groups. Elias Alfagari will be first. Georgia Atkinson in second. Layla Jennings third. Mia Nelson in 4. Lexi Sandiford in 5, Jeseline Sandu in 6, Freya Cox in 7, and Neve Ives will go in 8. The reserves are Ava Sims and Tia Samut. If you want to withdraw, remember you have to withdraw by 9:35. We'll go through the 13 and 14 age groups in just a couple of moments' time, but I do want to focus on this second heat, which is Constantine Califas, who does lead the way at this moment in time. Second was James Took there in lane 7, but going quite strongly now on lane 6 at this moment in time is where we need to be looking, and that's Zachary Piscopo, who's having a fantastic swim on this breaststroke leg, and looks like he might actually be just about in the lead, but it is quite close between himself and also in lane 5. Let's not count out Jake Battle yet at the moment, but Constantine Califas is still trying to keep with them, but at the moment it looks like Zachary Piscopo who is going to try and get this lead, and it is Zachary Piscopo who's had a fantastic breaststroke leg, and he's going to be in the lead at this moment in time. So Zachary Piscopo does take the lead from 5 at the moment, and that is going to be Thomas Fenwick and Jake Battle, who are both tied pretty much together. James Peters is overtaking James Took at this moment in time. Constantine Califas, who was first, is now back down to 6th. So then, onto the freestyle leg of this 200 metre, third heat or second heat of this individual medley. And it is going to be Zachary Piscopo who does take the advantage. Constantine Califas is coming strongly though, again back in 4, and also in lane 5 at this moment in time it's Jake Battle. Going to be pretty close between the top 3 here. Zachary Piscopo, can he hold on? I'm not sure if he's going to. It's going to be pretty close on the touch. Who's it going to be? It's going to be lane 5. It's going to be Jake Battle who gets there first. Zachary Piscopo in 2nd, Constantine Califas in 3rd, James Took 4th, Nicholas Mitroy in 5th, 6th place Jacob Wild, 7th place Thomas Fenwick, and then 8 is James Peters. Official results about to be declared for Heat 2. We will just wait for that to happen. Okay. Official results then are declared for Heat 2. It's now time for Heat 3. So before we talk about Heat 3, let's go through the individual IM results. And this is the 13 years age group full results. Firstly, in first place in the heats was Alexandra Nerney. Second place was Jasmine Hall. Third place, Lois Smith. Fourth place, Amelia Fenner. Fifth place, Lily Steele. Sixth place, Emma Cusham. Seventh place, Ruby May Chiaboro. And 8th place, Tyra Sajudeen. So those are the 8. Grace Mutton and Freya Gisellings are the reserves. Again, if you want to withdraw, you have to do so by 9:35. We'll go through the 14 years results in a couple of moments' time. But first of all, let's focus back on Heat 3 of this 200 metre IM. And it's Leighton Miller who goes in lane 1 for City of Peterborough. Ivan Igemoni goes in lane 2. Bradley Humphreys goes in lane 3. Lane 4 sees Jesse Howard go. Lane 5 is Archie Harris-Joy from Great Yarmouth. Lane 6 is Chu Ki Cheng from City of St Albans. Finley Burford goes for Basildon Phoenix in lane 7. And then Jacopo Agosti completes the lineup for City Cambridge in lane 8. So then at the moment in time, it is lane 5, and that is Archie Harris-Joy, who does have the advantage on this backstroke leg, but still quite close to the majority of the field. It's going to be quite close indeed. But Archie Harris-Joy does have the lead from Jacopo Augusti down here in lane 8, having a good swim. Bradley Humphries goes in 3rd. Finley Burford goes in 4th. Ivan Archimoni goes in 5th. Leighton Muller in 6th. Kuchi Keng in 7th. And then Jesse Howard in 8. So then, at this moment in time, it looks like it's going to be Archie Harris-Joy who does have the advantage, but coming quite strongly there is Ivan Archimoni in lane 2, going quite strongly up there in lane 2. Lane 3 as well. Let's not count out Bradley Humphries out just yet. But it is Archie Harris-Joy who does have the advantage as we go down towards the final 15 metres or so of this backstroke leg. So, Archie Harris-Joy still in the advantage, but also coming quite strongly down there in lane 2. Ivan Archimoni is closing the gap with every stroke at the moment, but Archie Harris-Joy does still have the advantage. It might be about a 1 or 2 second advantage as we head over into the breaststroke leg of this. Archie Harris-Joy, Ivan Archimoni does do that. We do have another disqualification report quickly, and that's event number 212 for a technical infringement. Event number 212, heat number 2, lane number 1. So then Archie Harris-Joy does take it round onto the final 25 metres, and Archie Harris-Joy is swimming away from the rest of the field. It's going to be quite close for the minor placings, but it's not going to be close for the leader and for the winner. Archie Harris-Joy looks like he's going to come in here. His personal best in this one was 2:47. That actually might go at this moment in time. 2:45, 2:46. Are we going to get a PB? Yes, we are. Archie Harris-Joy does get second. Ivan Archimoni will get second place as well. 2:50 for him. Really good swim, in fact, as well. Leighton Miller in 3rd. Bradley Humphries in 4th. Jacopo Augusti in 5th. 6th place goes to Kuchi Keng. And Jesse Howard in 7th. Finley Burford as well ties for 6th. Official results declared for Heat 3. Now time for Heat 4. Before we look then at this next heat, here are the results of the 14 years age group in the 200 metre individual medley for tonight's final. Chloe Barnard came first in the heats, followed by Clementine Lavelle in 2nd, Grace Robinson in 3rd, Erin Utteridge in 4th, Gabriella Troman in 5th, Amy Meyer in 6th, Jasmine Carter in 7th, Yanting Emily Pack in 8th. So Summer Everson and Yasmin Olorenshaw are our 2 straight reserves. Again, if you want to withdraw, you have to withdraw within the next few moments. Withdraw 9:35, please. So, on to Heat 4, then Corbin Gibson goes in lane 1 for Basildon Phoenix. Janos Sepoli goes in lane 2 for Team Ipswich. Will Minister goes in lane 3 for Thurrock. Alexander Patterson goes in lane 4 for West Norfolk. Isaac Mendham goes in lane 5 for Chelmsford. Rufus Kelly goes in 6 for Hatfield. Lane 7 is George Worsfold for Linslade, and Kieran Tonley for Putteridge goes in lane 8. Lane 6 is where we find our leader at this moment in time, and that is Rufus Kelly from the 13-year-old from Hatfield is leading the way at this moment in time. He comes into the final 5 metres of this backstroke leg. And he will take the touch, and he will take the touch in first position. Second place goes to Will Minister up there in lane 3, and Corbin Gibson having a good swim as well. We saw him yesterday in the 1500 metre free doing a really good job as well. So then, 4th place at the moment, Isaac Mendham in lane 5, but at the moment it's all about Rufus Kelly at this moment in time, who is leading the way. Lane 3, though, coming quite strongly there is Will Minister as well. Lane 5 as well, not too far away is Isaac Mender, but Rufus Kesley still leads the way as we head in towards the closing stages of this breaststroke leg of the 200 metre IM. This is Heat 4 of 9, so we're nearly halfway through these heats here this morning. We've already had the women's 200 metre IM as well. We've just given out those results. If you do need to hear them again, head over to the professor's office. But it is Rufus Kelly that does take the lead at the end of the 50 metres to go. It is Will Minister in 2nd. Corbin Gibson as well having a great swim up there in lane 1 in 3rd, and we saw how good he was yesterday on the 1500 metre freestyle. But Rufus Kelly still leads the way as we head in towards the closing stages with 25 metres to go, and almost now. Still coming strong there in lane 3. He's coming up is Will Minister. I'm not quite sure who's going to get the touch. Can Will Minister get closer? I'm not too sure yet as we find in towards the final 15 metres. Rufus Kelly still has the lead. He's had the lead for pretty much minute 1 of this race. But Will Minister trying to get there close, as well as Corbin Gibson. I don't think the leads are going to change. I don't think the placings are going to change. It is going to be Rufus Kelly, who does come home in lane 6 with the win. Will Minister in 2nd, Corbin Gibson in 3rd, Janos Sefli in 4, Isaac Menham comes home 5th, 6th place Alexander Pattinson, and there's a fight for the final placing there, but George Walsford comes home 7th, Kieran Ptolemy in 8th. We do have another disqualification report for a technical infringement in event number 212, heat number 3, lane number 5. Official result declared there for heat 4. It's time for heat 5. On to heat 5 then of this race, and on to the 5th heat. Joseph Bale goes in lane 1 for Halstead. Elliot Hall goes in lane 2 for Bishop Stortford. Brandon Crees goes for Basildon Phoenix in lane 3, and Philip Spalding goes in Putteridge in lane 4. Lane 5, Wilfred Warwick for City of Cambridge. Lane 6 goes, it's Raphael Coliano, who's also for City of Cambridge. Jacob Sugden goes in for Newhall in lane 7, and finally Cameron Baker goes in lane 8. It's time for City of Peterborough. So then at the first stage, Raphael Coliano, who leads, from Cameron Baker in 2nd place. Wilfred Warwick in 3rd, Jacob Sugden in 4th. Early stages then of that butterfly leg, and now we're on to the backstroke. Looks like it's lane 5 at the moment, who does lead now. And that is Wilfred Warwick for City of Cambridge, with his teammate Raphael Coliano on his outside shoulder. Inside though, in lane 4, it's Philip Spalding, who's going quite well for Putteridge. It looks like it's going to be quite close actually between these pair. Between the top 2 in this race, in 4 and 5, as we head onto the end of the backstroke leg. So, here we go. Who's it going to be that gets the touch at the end of this backstroke leg? It's going to be between Philip Spalding and Wilfred Warwick, the 2 in the middle lanes. It looks like it's going to be Philip Spalding. It is. He just has the advantage from Wilfred Warwick in 2nd place. Cameron Baker having a good swim down there in lane 8 as well. He is in 3rd, but it is quite close between the top 2. A good turn there that time from Wilfred Warwick has given him the advantage on this breaststroke leg, but it's not too far away from Philip Spalding, who is in 2nd place. Coming quite strongly again down this breaststroke leg. Watch out for Raphael Coliano down there in lane 6. He's going great guns. Also up there in lane 1 as well, having a good swim, is Joseph Bale from Halstead. And that's where we are with this heat. But the top 2 also coming quite strongly again down here in lane 8. Cameron Baker from City of Peterborough. Outside water is still having a very good impact at this moment in time. But it is quite close between the top 2. Who's going to have the advantage? It looks like it might just be Spalding again, or is it going to be Warwick? Warwick maybe just taking a bit more of an advantage out of that time, but it is Spalding who just has the advantage. Joseph Bale up there in lane 1, and Cameron Baker not too far away. There's about a second between the 2, and there's about 1 second separating the top 4 as we head down towards the final 25 metres of this freestyle leg. And Wilfred Warwick starts to give away from Philip Spalding down there in lane 5 and 4. Having a good swim again still. They're coming quite strongly on the outside is Raphael Coliano. He might get 3rd place, but it is all about Wilfred Warwick. Can he continue to hold on? Philip Spalding is trying to close, but I don't think it's going to be close enough. Raphael Coliano also going to be quite close for 3rd, but it's not going to be close for 1st in the end. Wilfred Warwick does get the touch first on 2:42.43, and then you have Philip Spalding. He's going to be very, very in tight for 3rd. Who's going to get the touch? It's going to be Cameron Baker down here in lane 8. Brandon Crees as well coming strong there in lane 3 to finish 4th. Joseph Bale in 5th. Raphael Coliano in 6th. Jacob Sugden in 7th. And Elliot Hall completes the lineup in 8th. Official results then declared for heat 5. It's time for heat 6. Four more heats to go then, heat 6, 7, 8 and 9. This is heat 6 of the men's 200 metres individual medley, 11 to 14 years. In lane 6 is Sebastian Newman-Barrios, who goes in lane 1 for Putteridge. Kai Patel goes in 2nd place for Thurrock. Lane 3, it is William Hughes for Basildon Phoenix. Safe Edit Schools, Orlando Whiting goes in 4. Niccolo Camalotti goes in lane 5 for Hatfield. Patrick Novak goes in lane 6, that time for City of Peterborough. Zach Montgomery goes in 7th for Norwich Swans, and Luke Owens of Putteridge completes the lineup in lane 8. Patrick Novak does lead at the early stages onto the backstroke leg. Niccolo Camalotti in 2nd, Orlando Whiting in 3rd. So the 3 there towards the middle are where our focus needs to be at this early stage. But still going quite strongly there is Patrick Novak on the backstroke leg. 2:35 is best so far. He is the third fastest qualifier in this heat. So we will see what happens. And he is still swimming away quite confidently from the rest of the field. Coming quite strongly again on the backstroke leg there, also having a really good swim, is lane 3. That's William Hughes of Basel and Phoenix at this moment in time. But it is lane 4, and lane 5, sorry, is going to go second place. But lane 6 is where we need to be looking at the leader. Patrick Novak is there. Nicola Camalotti in second. William Hughes is in third. Sebastian Newman-Barrios going quite well up there in lane 4. Kai Patel in 5th. Orlando Whitey in 6th. Zach Montgomery 7th. And Luke Owens completes the lineup in 8th place. So then, Patrick Novak, again, going quite strongly down this breaststroke leg of this heat. And coming quite strongly there, you can see lane 5 is having a really good breaststroke leg, and that's Nicola Camalotti. Sebastian Newman-Barrios as well, going quite strongly on the breaststroke leg as well, up there in lane 1. Maybe, as we keep saying, the faster waters on the outside, potentially, who knows. But lane 6, Patrick Novak has led the way from pretty much the start, and he's going to continue to lead the way as we head into the freestyle leg of this race. He does take first place. Sebastian Newman-Barrios now goes into second place, just ahead of Nicola Camalotti in third. Kai Patel up there having a good swim as well in 4th, then William Hughes and then Orlando Whiting. But it is going to be Patrick Novak, who does take us into the final 25 metres in the lead. Coming strongly, though, on the outside of him in lane 5 is Nicola Camalotti. Let's not count out Sebastian Newman-Barrios over there as well in lane 1, having a really good swim. And also coming quite strongly there is going to be lane number 5. It looks like it's going to be Nicola Camalotti, who might just take the advantage. But Sebastian Newman-Barrios is going quite well down this freestyle leg. It's going to be pretty close. Who's going to get the touch? I think it's going to be Newman-Barrios out there in lane 1. It is. Sebastian Newman-Barrios goes into the win. Nicola Camalotti in second and Patrick Novak in third. Kai Patel goes in 4th. William Hughes comes home in 5th. Orlando Whiting in 7th. Luke Owens in 7th. And then Zach Montgomery completes the lineup in 8th. Just wait for the official results to be declared. On to heat 7 then we go, and it is Oliver Fuller of City of Ely going in lane 1. Lazaros Durenis goes in lane 2 for City of Norwich. Lane 3 for Samuel Chamberlain of West Suffolk. Frank Jacob of City of Cambridge goes in lane 4. James Mettigan goes in lane 5 for Runnymede. Chun Hu Chan for Watford Swimming Club is in 6. Harry Phelan in 7. And in lane 8 it's Maxim Svardi. So Lazaros Durenis goes into the lead. Frank Jacob in 2nd, Samuel Chamberlain in 3rd. James Mettigan goes in 4th, Chono Chan in 5th. Oliver Fuller in 6th, Harry Phelan in 7th, and Maxim Svardi completes the lineup after the butterfly leg in 8th place. So it is still Lazaros Durenis who does take the advantage on this backstroke leg of this 7th heat of the 200 metres boys 11 to 14 individual medley. Coming quite strong though, in lane 4 at the moment in time is Frank Jacob. He is the 3rd fastest qualifier for this heat. And we'll for this competition, and we'll see how close he can get at this moment in time. But Lazaros Durenis goes over in the lead from Frank Jacob in 2nd, then James Mettigan in 3rd. Samuel Chamberlain goes in 4th place. Chun Ho Chan goes in 5th. Oliver Fuller goes in 6th. Harry Phelan in 7th, and Maxim Svardi goes in 8th. So then, going quite strong, still there is Lazaros Durenis, the 14-year-old from City of Norwich. Does have the advantage, but coming quite strongly then on that on the breaststroke leg is Frank Jacob. Cutting into that lead, it looks like with every stroke from what we can see on our live pictures. But if anything, actually, Lazaros Durenis is coming on quite strongly at the end of this breaststroke leg. Into the final 5 metres we go. And Lazaros Durenis still has the advantage, and he's pulled out a bit more of an advantage, actually, from in 2nd place. Frank Jacob. But James Mettigan might actually take the touch in 2nd, almost closely. In fact, actually 0.03 separating the two there in the middle lanes. Chun Hu Chan also having a good swim up there in lane 6. Samuel Chamberlain is in 5th place. So they're all trying to chase down Lazaros Durenis as we head down towards the final 25 metres. And coming quite strongly is the 3rd fastest qualifier, Frank Jacob from City of Cambridge. Would he have enough to chase down the man from City of Norwich? It's going to be very, very close. He's getting closer all the time, but I think He's just going to miss out on that one. Lazaros Urenis is going to come home to win this heat, and there he goes. In he goes into first place. Frank Jacob coming home in second, and James McGettigan coming home in third. Quite close to fourth between Chun Ho Chan and Samuel Chamberlain. Samuel Chamberlain kind of had to go settle for fifth. Oliver Fuller in sixth, and there is seventh Harry Phelan, and then Maximin Svardi coming home to take eighth place. We'll just wait for the official results to be declared for this heat very, very shortly. And there we go. I think we might have the official results coming up in just a couple of moments' time. And there we go. There are the official results declared for Heat 7. It's our time for Heat 8. On to Heat 8 then, the final, the penultimate heat, I should say, of this morning's 200 metre IM for boys. And in lane 1, we have Max Walters from Watford Swimming Club. And in fact, actually, in this one, we have the gold and silver medalists from yesterday's 1500 metre freestyle at 13 years of age groups in this heat. So Kieran Eng was a silver medalist. He is City of Peterborough. He goes in lane 2. Martin Molnar goes in lane 3. Ethan Thorpe. Martin is, of course, from City of Cambridge. Ian Thorpe goes in lane 4 for Basildon Phoenix. Joshua Jones goes in lane 5 for West Norfolk. Yesterday's gold medalist in the 1500 metre freestyle, Jacob Bacon, goes in lane 6 for City of Peterborough. Charlie Ruddle goes in lane 7 for Team Ipswich. And finally, William Harris completes the lineup for Watford Swimming Club in 8. So then Ethan Thorpe is in the early lead, but also coming quite strongly down there. In lane 6 is yesterday's gold medalist, Jacob Bacon. He is in second place at this moment in time. First place currently right now, though, is still Ethan Thorpe. He's second fastest qualifier for this event, and so he will be looking to try to make a statement heading into the finals later on this afternoon. Jacob Bacon comes home in second place at this moment in time. Third place is Martin Molnar, and then you've got Joshua Jones there in fourth. Max Walters is in fifth place. Kieran Eng in sixth, William Harris in seventh, and Charlie Ruddle is in eighth place. So then Ethan Thorpe still leading the way as we hit the 125 metre mark of this 200 metre individual medley heat, and looks like he's pulling clear away from the majority of the rest of the field. Ethan Thorpe still going quite strongly there, up there in 4. Jacob Bacon trying to hold on to his coattails in second place, also going quite strongly there in lane 5 is Joshua Jones on this breaststroke leg. But they're all trying to catch Ethan Thorpe as we hit towards the final 50 metres of this heat. It looks like it's going to be Ethan Thorpe that does take the advantage and does too. So this is where Jacob Bacon will be looking to try to make a statement after yesterday's win. He will look to go second place. And Joshua Jones, in third. Charlie Ruddle in fourth, Kieran Eng in fifth, Max Walters in sixth, and Martin Molnar in seventh place. So then final 25 metres for our leader. And it is going to be Ethan Thorpe. His best in this race is 2:21. It's going to be pretty close. Don't think it's going to go in this one, but he's going to be quite comfortably into the final and going to be quite comfortably ahead of majority of the rest of the field. Ethan Thorpe comes home then to take this heat win. Going to be quite close to second, but I think it's going to be Jacob Bacon. Does get there. Yesterday's gold medalist is probably going to be into the final as well, a 2:30.63. Third place is going to be Martin Molnar. Fourth place, Joshua Jones. Charlie Ruddle in fifth. Max Walters sixth. Kieran Eng in seventh. And eighth place, it's going to be William Harris. Official results then declared for Heat 8. It's now time for Heat 9. Final heat then of the 200 metre individual medley. Charlie Birdsall goes to City of Cambridge in lane 1. Daniel DeFlippo goes for Flitwick in lane 2. Connor Mint goes in lane 3. Yesterday's gold medalist in the 14 years age for Basden Phoenix in the 1500 metre freestyle. Also, Daniel Kravchenko, who's the fastest qualifier, goes in lane 4. He goes for Newhall. Jude Gunner goes in lane number 5 for St. Felix School. The bronze medalist in the 13-year-old category yesterday for the 1500 metre freestyle. That's Tyler Stone, who goes to City of Norwich in 6. Dimitris Gravakos goes in lane 7 for Harlow. And for Ashton Blake completes the lineup for Basden Phoenix in lane 8. So then Daniel Kravchenko, he is the fastest qualifier. And at the moment, he is leading the way. In lane 5 is Jude Gunner as well. Lane 3, they're going well, is Connor Mint as well. Lane 8 as well. Let's have a look at Ashton Blake. He's doing pretty well down there in the wash as well in lane 8. But at the moment, it is Daniel Kravchenko who does lead the way. And he does do now the 1:06.65 split time down the backstroke. And now onto the breaststroke he goes. Connor Mint there goes over in 2nd place, just ahead of Jude Gunner in 3rd place. Daniel DeFlippo goes in 4th, Ashton Blake in 5th, Tyler Stone in 6th, Dimitri Gravakos in 7th, and Charlie Birdsall goes in 8th at this moment in time. But Daniel Kravchenko looks like he's doing pretty well down this breaststroke leg again, putting a bit of daylight between himself and the rest of the field. And so let's see what happens at this stage. As it's going to be pretty close as well between Connor Mint and also between Jude Gunner in the 2nd and 3rd. But it looks like Jude Gunner might have just got back towards him on this stage of the race. So let's see where we go. Daniel Kravchenko looks like he's going to take us into the turn ahead, and that's exactly what he's going to do. In lane 4, So, in lane 5, it's Jude Gunner. Lane 6, Tyler Stone coming there in 3rd place. Connor Mint in 4th, so those two that we saw medaling in the 1500 metre free are going to be quite close together at the same time. Daniel Kravchenko looks like he's going to come home quite comfortably and win. This is exactly what he should be doing in a heat, of course, and he's the fastest qualifier, and he's doing that in very good style indeed. Coming quite strongly, though, towards the last part of the race is Jude Gunner in 5th. It's going to be quite close between Tyler Stone and Connor Mint for 3rd and 4th, but it's all about Daniel Kravchenko, and he sets a marker down for the rest of the field. 2:27, very, very quick time indeed. Jude Gunner comes home in 2nd, and then you've got Connor Mint in 3rd, also coming home in 4th, it's Tyler Stone. 5th place, it's Charlie Birdsall. 6th place, Ashton Blake. Daniel DeFlippo in 7, and Dimitris Gravakos in 8. We do have 2 disqualifications to let you know about for a technical infraction in event number 212, in heat number 7, lane number 8, and also as well a disqualification for a technical infraction in event 212, heat number 8, lane number 2. That is the official result for heat number 9, and that concludes the boys 200 metre individual medleys. We're now moving on to the women's 50 metre breaststroke, and we're moving on to heat 1. Onto the 50-metre breaststroke then. It's always fast, it's always furious, and we love every single second of it. These are the proper sprint races, and we absolutely love it. Onto lane number 7, it looks like early doors. Sophia Sausage gets away first quickly, but also coming quite strongly there. Over there in lane 3 is Isabel Cowie. Also going quite well down here in lane 8. Nearest to us is Isabella Helliwell from Woodham. But it's going to be quite close as we head in towards the closing stages of this opening heat. Let's see what we can do. Remember, they're going to be finishing up at the turn end this time around. Who's going to get the touch in this first heat? It's going to be pretty damn close. There's no doubt about that as we move into the final stages. Looks like it's going to be lane 3. Looks like it's going to be Isabel Cowie. Also quite coming strong towards the back end is on lane 5. But it is going to be Isabel Cowie that does get the job done first. Second place is going to go to Isabel Helliwell. Just wait for the official results as our swimmers climb out of the pool. Official result then declared for Heat 1. We'll move on to Heat 2. On to the second heat then, Ariana. And here we go. Let's see where we go. Remember, just 50 metres towards the start end and the turn end, and that is all we need to do. Going quite strongly early doors in lane 6 is Jasmine Scott from City of St Albans. She looks like she might have the early advantage as we hit towards the first 25 metres. Scott still managing to power clear of the rest of the field. Also coming quite closely in lane 7 there as well. It's Isabel McKay, and also lane 5, Zara Lonsdale as well, trying to cut back onto the early coattails. Don't look out as well for Keris Wall out there in lane 8 as well. Let's see where we go then in the final closing stages. First person to come across the line, who's it going to be? It looks like it's going to be lane 6 and 1 as well. Lane 6 is going to be Amelia Matthews. No, it's not. It's going to be Isabel Scott who comes home first in that one. Jasmine Scott, excuse me, comes home first in that one. Jasmine Scott wins Heat 2. On to Heat 3 then we go of 11, and let's see who comes up first there quite comfortably. Early doors starting quite well. Down there in lane 7 it's Annika Muller and also Olivia Wicks going quite well at the closing starting stages of this race. 25 metres to go, and it is lanes 3 and 7. Wicks and Muller who are pretty much close together, but also coming quite strongly there as well. In lane 6 there that time it's Isabel Howlett. Final stages then of this third heat. And it's going to be quite interesting to see who gets the touch. It's going to be quite close, actually. Who's it going to be? Who's going to get the touch on this occasion? Looks like it's going to be very, very close. Looks like it's going to be lane 6, and it is. It's going to be Isabel Howlett who comes home to take the opening heat there and complete that one. Official results declared for Heat 3. On to Heat 4, then we go. Let's see where we go. Very, very close as it was in the last heat. It always is in sprints, there's no doubt about that. Just trying to see who has maybe got the early advantage. It might be down here, it might be lane 7, which is Nina Allen from Newmarket, who might have the early advantage as we get towards the closing stages of this heat. Nina Allen looks like quite strong as well, though, into lane 6 as well. That's Isla Stewart, also going quite well up there in lane 1 as well. Let's not forget Mia Nelson of Cheshunt. She might get the touch here first. Let's see where we go. First touch is going to be Nelson, and second touch it's going to be Nina Allen. Very, very quickly, 11 to 14 years, 200 metre IM. We do have the 11 to 12 years age group finalists. They are Cameron Baker, Brandon Crees, Joseph Bale, Janos Sefli, Isaac Mendham, Ivan Arjamoni, Jake Battle and Leighton Miller. The first reserves are Jacob Sugden and Zachary Piscopo. Moving on then to Heat 5, we're already at the 15-metre mark. A very good start there in lane 7 that time by Marcia McNicholas and also Elise Timms as well, having a really good start there in lane 3. She looks like she has the early advantage as we head towards the 25-metre stage. Marcia McNicholas is trying to go with her as well as we head towards the second half of this fifth heat of 11 in the women's 50-metre breaststroke. Also going quite well towards the back end as well is Neve Ayers from Hatfield, who's going extremely well down here, down the bottom. Let's see where we go. Lane 3 coming into view first on our live stream here. That's Elise Timms. Looks like she's going to take the touch, and she is. Elise Timms does get the touch first on. Second is going to go to Marcia McNicholas. 13 years age group results then in the 200-metre IM are as follows. These are your finalists. Jacob Bacon, Tyler Stone, Sebastian Newman-Baroness, Niccolo Camalotti, Oliver Fuller, Patrick Novak, Kai Patel and William Hughes. First reserves Orlando Whiting and Luke Owens. On to Heat 6 then we go. It's going to be fast, it's going to be furious all the time. And so, here we go, lane 4, it looks like at this moment in time it's Livia Palmer who does take the advantage early doors. Also going strongly again is Valerina Antonini, and also it's Devon O'Neill as well down here on the bottom towards our picture. But in lane 4, it's Olivia Palmer that does have the advantage, but it's going to be pretty close as we get towards the closing stages. Who's it going to be that gets the touch? 5 metres to go, and we're heading towards the wall. Also going quite well up there in lane 1 actually is Amelia Matthews, who's going extremely well. Is she going to get the touch first? It's going to be quite tight, and she does. Amelia Matthews does get the touch on first. Finally, the results in the IM 14 years of age group. Ethan Thorpe, then Danilo Kravchenko, Lazaros Urenis, Jude Gunner, Frank Jacob, Connor Mint, Martin Molnar and Joshua Jones. The first reserves are James McGettigan and Chun Ho Chan. If you'd like to withdraw, you have to withdraw by 10 minutes past 10. The pace continues to quicken as we head in towards Heat 7 then. 15 metres already gone. Let's see where we go. Who's going to get the early advantage? It looks like it's going to be lane 8 down the bottom again here. It's Alexis Johnson of City of Peterborough, who does have a very, very narrow advantage, but also coming quite strongly back is the woman next to her in Bryony Murphy of Biggleswade, who's trying to keep with her, but it looks like it could be Alexis Johnson who is taking the advantage down here. Quick water towards the outside. Is Alexis Johnson going to get there? No, also coming strongly there in lane 2 as well. It's where we need to be looking towards Summer Everson, but it looks like it's going to be Alexis Johnson, and it is. Summer Everson comes home in second. Third place is Molly Greatbatch. Official results about to be declared for Heat 6, and there we go. It's now time for Heat 7. Sorry, excuse me, Heat 7 official results declared. This is now time for Heat 8. Off we go then in Heat 8, and looks like it's going to be number 6 as well for the early advantage. That's Amelia Johnson from St. Felix School. She looks like she might be taking the early advantage in this heat, but also going quite strongly there in lane number 7 is Mercy Adier from Hatfield, who's going really well down the bottom here in lane 7. We're seeing a lot of quick water towards the bottom end of the pool. Also going quite well up there in lane 3 is Imogen Huncliffe from Holstead as we head in towards the closing stages. 5 metres to go. Who's going to get a touch? It looks like it might be Huncliffe who might be getting there first. It might be Cunliffe who does get the touch. It's going to be Imogen Cunliffe, who does get the job from first. Second place will go to Mercy Adier, and in third place it is Lila Flello. Official results have been declared then for Heat 8. It's time for Heat 9. Final 3 heats then of the women's 50-metre breaststroke are underway. And now let's see who has the early advantage. Looks like it might be lane 6 who has the early advantage. That's Holly Underdown of Braintree, but also coming quite strongly there over in lane 3 is Gigi Rabachek-Smith of City of St Albans. Also going quite well is Charlize Harding, who is the qualifier with the quickest third fastest time in this competition. So then, final stages, final 5 metres to go, and it could go anywhere really, this touch. It's all going to be on the touch. Looks like lane 3, who might be coming through to take the touch, is going to be Gigi Rabachek-Smith, who does get the touch ahead of Charlize Harding. Third place is Holly Underdown. Official results declared for Heat 9, time for Heat 10. Final 2 heats in of the women's 50-metre breaststroke, and going quite strongly there. Early doors, a really good dive off there in lane 6 that time from Emily Taylor. Eloise Minto still trying to stay with her though in second place for early doors. But now look who's powering forward. It's Yancing Emily Pack from City of Cambridge, who does have the early advantage in lane 4. As we find towards the closing stage, remember Yancing Emily Pack in lane 4, second fastest qualifier for this event, so she should win this heat. She is going to quite comfortably in the end. 33.6 is her best time. Looks like it's just going to be outside of that, but she's going to power away for the rest of the field. Yancing Emily Pack wins the heat there, and it is going to be Jasmine Hall who comes home second. Third place is going to go to Abby Nelson. Official results then declared for Heat 10. It's now time for our final heat, Heat 11. Our fans tuning in our final heats of the women's 50-metre breaststroke and the final heat of this morning's session here at the UEA Sports Park in Norwich. And going really well is Jasmine Carter there at Basildon Phoenix in lane 4. She's really powering away. She's our fastest qualifier, and she's showing it for a reason. Jasmine Carter is streaking away from the field as we head in towards the final 15 metres or so. It's going to be tight for second, but it's not going to be tight for the winner. Oh, fantastic swim from Jasmine Carter. Her PB is 32.63. Don't think she's going to get that, but she's going to get very, very close to it. What a swim there. Jasmine Carter, 33.43. A fantastic start. Going to be very tight for second, and it's going to go to Orifin Vandermeer. Third place is going to go to Nicole Pedalty. Official results then declared for Heat 11, and that concludes the girls 11 to 14 years 50-metre breaststroke heats, and that concludes our morning session. So if you're watching us on the live stream, we are back at 11 o'clock this morning with another session of heats. We've got the men's 50-metre breaststroke, the women's and men's 100-metre butterfly, and the women's 50-metre backstroke as well. That's all going to be from 11 o'clock through until 12:15. So if you're watching us on the live stream, we will see you in about an hour's time. Hope you go and get yourself a bit of rest and a bit of kip. For all of us here in the UEA Sports Park in Norwich, our next warm-up will commence at around about 10:15, I believe. Tom will tell you more if there's any difference, but I think it's 10:15 our next warm-up that will be starting, and we'll get you the finalists of the 11 to 14 heats in just a couple of ticks' time. Thank you very much.
Okay, the pool is now closed. We will open it up for warm-up at 10:15. And that will be a boys warm-up first. And it will be boys in the first warm-up, girls in the second, and that's it.